Hi, I'm your host, David Rodriguez, owner of the international fine dining food truck and Melted Craft Grilled Cheese. We're here at Mini of Madison, and this is the show where we pick up chefs and bring them to your house to cook dinner. Welcome to Car to Table. Let's go. We've all heard of Farm to Table, and today we're going to pick up a chef who's been doing it since before it was cool. Chef Evan Dannells of Merchant. He's in the kitchen. Let's go see what he's bringing. Evan, welcome to Car to Table, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Chandru and Carrie are hungry, and I know they're excited to see us. But first, what are you bringing?
I'm bringing my knife roll, a bottle of OGD, and a little bit of the first of the season spring garlic and some sorrel.
Awesome, man. Let's get in the Mini and get out of here.
All right.
So how did you get started, man? Like, what was your, why did you decide to be a chef?
I fell into a dishwashing job when I was like 14 for summer work. I grew up in a college town, and what ended up happening there, because the college is so much larger in proportion to the city than UW and Madison is here, is like restaurants would like lay off cooks in the summer. Like it would just go down to a skeleton crew.
Crazy.
So I wanted a summer job. A buddy of mine worked at a restaurant, and I walked in one day, and it just so happened they didn't have a dishwasher, and I walked in and just started washing dishes, and then next thing I know, I'm peeling potatoes in the back, and then a cook doesn't show up, and I'm a cook. And
Where was this?
This is in Manhattan, Kansas. I worked my way all the way up to running that restaurant when I was like a teenager, or at least the kitchen rather, and realized that I wanted to cook for a living, and realized that I didn't want to do it in Kansas, and decided that I needed to go to culinary school because I didn't feel like anybody in a larger city was going to hire some kid from the middle of Kansas.
Yeah.
And so I went to culinary school in Portland, and that was where I started to learn a lot about like local sustainable agriculture.
Yep.
Spent a couple of years there, and then realized that there were a lot of qualities about the Midwest that I really loved, and heard about this place called L'Etoile that had just won a James Beard Award that was big on local sustainable agriculture, and took an internship there and got a job, and I've lived here most of the years since.
Huh.
So
You like it here?
I love it here.
Yeah.
I've lived here actually longer than I've lived anywhere else in my life now, and very, very, very proud to call it home.
I think I'm going to go ahead and have you
Oh, sweet.
dig through.
Nice reach.
Got some.
So, oyster mushrooms.
Yep.
Risk of having these come back at me. Ooh, sprouted lentils. I was just talking about how much I love these the other day.
Good. I'm glad we could get something in there that you love.
Ooh, I see bread cheese.
Yes, sir.
Jalapeno bread cheese.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, this is quite the vegetable smorgasbord.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Pistachios,
Yep.
tofu,
Yep.
two
Couple of
times.
those.
We're going vegetarian on this one. Hello.
Nice catch.
Big old bunch of radishes.
Yes, sir.
And eggplant.
And then you still have their cabinets to work with, so.
Well, and I'm not even done.
Right.
And sweet potatoes. So yeah, we've got all kinds of good stuff to work with. Plus we get to cook vegetarian, so I can work on my summer bod.
All right.
Hello.
Hey.
Come on in.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
David.
Hey.
David, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry, one finger OG handshake.
You're holding a cat. We can do a fist bump. Chandra, Carrie, thank you so much for letting us into your home, into your kitchen. We're going to make some wonderful food, a new challenge today. We're going to do vegetarian. I know Evan's looking forward to it. Before we get started and rifle through the bag here, I have a couple of gifts, one from Metcalf's, one from Square Wine Company.
So we got the spring garlic and the sorrel I brought. Sweet potatoes. Ooh, see, we were bouncing around in the car.
Oh, okay.
Didn't realize that you'd even gotten a hot pepper. That's even better.
Get
Pistachios,
a few more things.
sprouted lentils. And you guys ever heard of this stuff? Yeah, they call it justilapia here too. So it's called bread cheese. Justilapia means bread cheese, and it doesn't melt. You can fry it and it stays like exactly this firm. Are you guys okay with spicy food though?
Yeah.
Sweet, because we've got Yeah, between the peppers and the jalapeno and cilantro, definitely.
And this guy's pretty hot himself.
Wheels are oh. There's a vision forming. I still need to. I want to take a close look at the fridge and the pantry first. All right, let's check out the fridge. Some greens, yogurt, eggs, miso. Ooh, some really pretty bell peppers.
Ice cream. All right, give me one of those, and then
Yeah.
you can just do your thing. I'm gonna go sit down with it.
Coming at me with stuff I've never seen. Oh, this is super cool.
Yep. So you just blend it in those. What is that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'll just suck on this for a little while. I bet the vegetarian couple is gonna love my pig riding a motorcycle. So we're gonna do a salad for the first course, and it's gonna have some nuts, these sprouted lentils, roasted mushrooms, and then I'm gonna make a vinaigrette with some of the stone ground mustard. We'll put the sorrel in it, and then we're going to move on to doing a little bit of like a kind of a Thai curry of sorts. That'll have the sweet potato, cilantro, the peppers, the tofu, and all that jazz with it. I like to think of my cooking as more sort of whimsical and anarchy based. Like it's just whatever I'm excited about at the moment. I have the benefit of being able to cook whatever I'm into at the moment, and people seem to want to pay money for it, and that's pretty cool. I just, we get bored easily as a rule in this profession. Oh, green curry paste. Nope, red curry paste.
There may be another green curry paste.
We're going to use the red for sure. We're not going to go too crazy with this. Just, tofu doesn't have a lot of flavor of its own. Probably going to roast the tofu, to be honest with you, because I want to try to toughen it up a little bit. This knife is just like falling right through it.
What's the plan there?
I'm going to roast them. They're going to go in the salad with the radishes and the sprouted lentils, some nuts, and I'm going to make a little vinaigrette here, but I want to get the since the mushrooms are the only hot thing for the salad, I want to get them cooked and cooled. I'm going to work on the vinaigrette next if we can find a smaller mixing bowl. I can't help myself. This tahini looks really good. We're going to stick a little in the vinaigrette. So a little stone ground mustard, a little tahini, some apple cider vinegar, and olive oil.
So you said you were making a soup or something?
No. It's just saucy. It's going to be kind of close-ish. We're going to throw some red bell pepper in there, turn the whole thing kind of red, and we'll use that as the sauce to go along with the rice and some more sauteed veggies and the tofu. Oh, and the cheese. Oh, and I forgot to mention sweet potato. So many vegetables.
Does it feel like a challenge to cook vegetarian food?
No, I was a vegetarian for a long time.
Why did you switch to vegetarian and switch back to not being vegetarian?
Correct. Yeah, so I became a vegetarian when I was like a teenager, even though I was a chef. I grew up in Kansas. It's a big like commercial farming and ranching area, and I learned a lot about how like what we now call commodity meats are raised, and it rubbed me the wrong way. So I went vegan for a number of years. There was a big running joke at Merchant that I was the meat cook that was a vegan. Got into local sustainable agriculture, was at Withwall for a little while, and started to meet farmers and see people who raised meats in a much more ethical fashion, which is, it's why I came to Madison in the first place. It wasn't for the meat specifically, but just because of the ethics of the farming that was going on around here. And I saw that after a while, and it changed my mind. And we're so spoiled here, and I love it. That's why I love Madison, and that's why I will be here for a long, long time, is because we live in a community that's very, very conscientious about where our food comes from. And
yourself?
I sure did. It's not bad at all. I just nicked the nail. I'm fine. I should have tucked that finger a little more anyways. It was stupid last cut thing where I poked it out.
That's the thing with like talking and cutting.
Oh, that's perfect. Listen to that.
Yep.
Like marbles. Here, you want to just kind of rough chop these into something that we can make soft quickly? I'll probably need another bandage in a little bit. I'm just pretty sure I'm going to bleed through this one eventually. Oh, I don't need it on yet.
I think you do.
Oh, I do. Go to the top. So we've got onions, the spring garlic, those peppers, and now the sweet potatoes.
They were from Metcalf's.
We're going to sweat all this together just a little bit.
There you go. It's like a little elf hat.
We're going to roast the eggplant too. We can probably get that started here pretty quick.
Okay. And what are you going to do on that?
We're just gonna oil, salt, and pepper this one.
Okay.
There's enough flavor going on in all the other stuff. I'm asking you guys a question now. In your experience, how many chunks of this does it take to like give something a good coconutty flavor?
I would say add that.
Perfect.
And that.
At Merchant, we try really, really hard to. I mean, one of the coolest things about it is we print our menus in house. So I have the ability to go out and source what's new, source what I just found at the farmer's market or whatnot. We try our best to sort of change our menu in real time with the seasons. Throw in just a little miso in because
Why not?
umami. All right, I'm gonna need a hand over here. I just couldn't reach it. It's a common problem I have.
Common problem.
I'm walking around the restaurant this morning and everybody's like, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, "I'm not really nervous about cameras. You know, what's the worst thing that could happen? I could cut myself or something." And they're like, "Oh, well, that doesn't bother you?" I was like, "I honestly, like, I feel kind of weird about picking around in somebody's pantry. It's like the chef equivalent of going through somebody's underwear drawer." Yeah, watch out. There's actually some cooking going on over here. Get to massage the greens.
Oh, I'm massaging them. I'm loving them. I love you.
Oh, if you're not laughing and having fun in the kitchen, what the hell's the point?
So we've got a salad, some crispy mushrooms.
All right, so this is some of the medicinal supercharged mix, the organic greens you had in the cooler, radishes, roasted trumpet mushrooms, sprouted lentils, pistachios, and then like a stone ground mustard vinaigrette.
We were making a sauce.
Yep, kind of somewhere in between a soup and a sauce. But yeah.
A soup and a sauce. We're making a soup and a sauce that we're going to serve over rice.
With roasted eggplant,
Roasted
that marinated
eggplant,
tofu, and then
marinated
we've
tofu.
got the garnish of the just tilapia, bell pepper.
I think we should almost call this like a stew. Maybe we should call it a stew.
Yeah, it's like a stew. So we're just creating like a little. We're putting down the protein in the eggplant, and we're also creating like a nice little platform to put the rest of the garnish on. Basmati rice. We've got the just tilapia, sorrel, bell pepper, cashew, cilantro, medicinal chutney on top, and and then roasted marinated tofu and eggplant.
Yum. Nailed it.
Thank you so much for letting us come in your house and cook in your kitchen. We had fun. The food is beautiful. Thank you for making a beautiful meal.
My pleasure.
Cheers.
Thank you
Cheers,
all.
guys.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Evan, Chandru, and Carrie wanted a vegetarian meal, and you nailed it.
Thanks.
Good work, man. I want to thank Minnie of Madison. I want to thank Metcalf's, and I want to thank Square Wine Company. If you're interested in having us come cook at your house, go to isthmus.com/card-a-table, and we'll see you next time.